All right, so let's talk about the digital menagerie of threats out there because, it's not just one big bad wolf anymore. We've got a whole zoo of cyber nasties trying to break into your digital picnic basket. So here's your cheat sheet to the cyber jungle. You have phishing, which is the bait and switch of the internet. You have malware, ransomware, and spyware. These are the digital gremlins that wreck your stuff. Then you have social engineering and insider threats. Those are the human factors because, people are messy. And finally, you have DOS and DDoS, or DOS and DDoS attacks. These are the digital equivalent of a traffic jam on steroids. Let's dive into each. First up, you got phishing. This is the most common cybercrime, but it's also usually the least damaging financially, even though it's still annoying. You should think of this as the internet's version of spam. But instead of trying to sell you something you don't need, they're trying to steal your identity. They'll send you emails or messages pretending to be someone you trust. This could be your bank, your IT department, maybe even your grandma. So watch out for those "I'm stranded in Nigeria" emails. They'll try to trick you into clicking on links that lead to fake websites where they can steal your passwords and other juicy bits of info. So phishing comes in different flavors, and I talk in trout versus tuna. You have email phishing, which is the classic. This is a random email that tries to lure you into their trap. Then you have spear phishing, ain't that cute? This is targeted phishing. They're gonna do their homework and personalize the attack, makes it seem super legit. Then you actually have smishing. Smishing is when you have phishing via text message or SMS. Think, "You've won a free cruise." Hey, spoiler alert, you haven't. And finally, you have vishing, which is phishing over the phone. Think voice. They're going to try to sweet talk you into giving them your information. What about malware, ransomware, and spyware? Sure, let's take a deeper look. We're getting now into the serious stuff. Malware is the umbrella term for any malicious software designed to mess with your system. Ransomware, well, that's a particularly nasty type of malware that's going to lock you out of your files and then demands a ransom to get them back. You can think of it as digital hostage taking. Spyware is sneaky malware that lurks in the background, secretly monitoring your activity and stealing your data. Keyloggers are a type of spyware that records every keystroke you make, which is basically giving the hackers the keys to your kingdom. Ever use your computer to enter a credit card? Boom, you've been had. So malware is going to come in two main forms. You've got viruses, which literally spread like a virus, inspecting files and systems, and you've got Trojans. These are the ones that disguise themselves as legit software, but once you let them in, they unleash their evil payload. This is where things get really interesting and admittedly complicated. Social engineering is all about manipulating people. Hackers exploit our natural tendency to trust and want to be helpful. They might call you pretending to be IT support or send you an email that looks like it's from your boss. The goal is to trick you into doing something you shouldn't, like giving them your password or clicking on a malicious link. And then there are insider threats. These are the people who already have access to your systems, like employees, contractors, the ones that decide to go rogue though. They might be disgruntled, greedy, or really they could have just been plain careless. Whatever the reason, whatever the intentions, they can still cause a lot of damage. Social engineers use a ton of tricks. They can do pretexting, which is creating a fake scenario to then gain your trust. Then there's baiting, which is offering something tempting to lure you into their trap. You have also quid pro quo. If you hear of that, it's offering a favor in exchange for information. And then you also have tailgating. This is literally physically following someone with access into a restricted area. So what about DOS and DDoS attacks? Well, with the denial of service or distributed denial of service attacks, you've got something designed to take down websites and online services by just flooding them with traffic. Think of this as like a digital traffic jam. Instead of cars, though, it's data. A DDoS attack is like a DOS attack, but it comes from multiple sources. This makes it even harder to stop. These attacks can cripple businesses, disrupt critical services, and generally just cause chaos. So look, there you have it, your guide to the cyber jungle. Stay vigilant, people. The digital Wild West is a dangerous place.